Let's get started with the actual training. First off, we think it is best to start with kittens, and yes, you've guessed it, litter training. And as I said earlier on, the sooner you start the better. So what is the right way and how should you do it? Many kittens and cats come already trained to use the litter box. However, even if yours didn't, you can litter train them fairly quickly. Make sure the box is clean and in a quiet place. After your kitty eats, move them to the litter box and gently scratch the litter with one of their front paws. After they pee or poop, reward them and remove them from the box. Do this consistently, and they will soon figure out the litter box is their elimination area. A quick tip: if your cat is suddenly urinating or pooping outside of their litter box, it could be a sign of a potential health problem, like a UTI. Talk to your veterinarian about any out-of-character litter box habits. That is it for litter box training if it is required. Now we can move on to our other training blocks for your kitty. Train your cat how to be obedient. Obedience skills are a natural place to start. These include commands such as sit, coming when called, stay, drop it, target training, and eye contact. Many of the basic obedience skills are used as building blocks for future skills. You can use your cat training mat and tell your kitty to sit, for example, and then when your cat obeys you, serve your cat a treat. Do the same with the other obedience commands such as stay, come here, and stop. It is also very important to never scare your kitty with the target stick, as you need it for training purposes. Next up is what we call target training. Target training involves teaching your cat to touch an object with a specific part of their body for a reward. For example, getting your cat to touch the end of a target stick with their nose. Using the target stick, you can have a clear signal to move your cat from one point to another. Guide your cat willingly into a carrier or backpack. Teach fun tricks such as jumping over your arms or legs. Help a shy cat overcome their fear of strangers. You can also use the target as an icebreaker with strangers by providing a constructive way to interact. Tire your cat out before bed. Grab the device and get your cat moving around the room like an agility course. Teaching your cat how to sit. Teaching your cat to sit is quite easy and doesn't usually take much time at all. All you have to do is capture your cat's sit by clicking and rewarding whenever they do it naturally. Teaching your cat to sit can come in handy. Simply stand or sit in front of your cat, and when they sit naturally, reward them. Start using the sit cue after they start sitting in anticipation of the treat. Soon they will associate the cue with the behavior. Pair it with a hand signal and voice cue, and eventually your cat will learn to do it on command. Teach your cat to come when called. Teaching your cat to come when called, also known as recall, is a useful skill. Not only is it nice when your cat comes when you call their name, it can also come in handy if your cat were to ever slip out of your house. Basically, you just need to use treats to entice your cat to come when you call their name, and always reward them when it happens. Carrier training. Carrier training can teach cats that the carrier is a safe place to be, thus making traveling with your cat easier. First, leave the carrier door open and put a favorite toy or a treat inside it. When your cat enters the crate, give them some positive reinforcement like a pet or a chin scratch. Once your cat is comfortable, try closing the door. Start with just a few seconds and slowly build up as your cat gets more comfortable with the door being closed. After your cat adapts to the door being closed, get them used to the crate being carried. Start by lifting it up and placing it back down, and slowly start taking steps. Do this enough, and your cat will soon be comfortable when it's time to travel or visit the vet. Cat high five. The high five is a fun party trick. Start by having your cat sit in front of you and offer them a treat. If your cat's paw comes off the ground, give them a treat. Once your cat is reaching for your hand, raise it up in small increments. Your cat will soon reach higher and higher for the treat. When your cat is finally performing the high five, replace the treat with praise and chin scratches. Spin. To teach spin, you'll need to use either a target stick or your finger to lead your cat around in a tight circle. Pair this behavior with the spin command, a click as the trick is performed, and reward with a treat. Jump. You can teach your cat to jump up onto objects on command by using the target stick to lead your cat. Just as with spin, you'll want to combine with a voice command, and then click and reward when executed successfully. You can use the target stick to lead your cat to jump over obstacles as well, such as your legs or your arms. Eventually, you can even try teaching your cat to jump through your arms. Teaching your cat how to behave and stopping bad behavior. Tired of your cat scratching furniture or clawing at your arms? Here are some tricks to stop bad behavior. If your cat has a problem with things like biting, scratching, or countersurfing, don't worry. You can correct your cat's behavior with proper training. When your cat bites you randomly, what should you do? The first step to correcting biting behavior is to figure out why it's happening, as different situations will require a different treatment plan. If your cat is playing rough and biting during playtime, try to keep them calm by interrupting play sessions before your cat gets too overstimulated. This strategy is no different than interrupting wrestling matches with dogs at the dog park and asking them to do some sits and stays to take a breather from play. The goal is never to punish the behavior, but instead prevent it from occurring in the first place. Biting can also occur when your cat is bored and not getting enough mental or physical activity. Provide them with the means to act on their predatory instincts with toys they can chase, bite, and catch. Engaging in training sessions can help curb the biting behavior by teaching your cat self-control. When your cat scratches your furniture, golly wonks, what now and what should you do? Scratching is an instinctual and natural behavior that is important for your cat. If your cat is scratching your couch, the best way to correct this behavior is to provide them with plenty of other equally or more appealing scratching surfaces, and use positive reinforcement to encourage them to make the correct choice. Place the scratchers in various areas of your home, and also beside the piece of furniture they tend to gravitate towards, and make them as enticing as possible, for example, with catnip, and using your clicker to reward your cat. Cover your furniture so you don't need to get frustrated with your cat during the training process. Fortunately, today, it's so much easier to find beautiful couch covers to protect furniture and make your home more cat-friendly. The easiest way to prevent scratching furniture is to provide a scratching post. If that doesn't solve the problem, place double-sided tape over the area to discourage your cat from using it. Keep this in mind. Cats use scratching posts for claiming territory and leave their pheromones around. A cat is more likely to use a scratching post if it's in plain sight or a room others occupy. 2. Does your cat jump on your kitchen countertops? If your cat tends to jump up on your kitchen countertops, and that's not something you like, you can discourage this behavior in several ways. Here are a few suggestions for eliminating counter-surfing. Keep food and other tempting things off the countertops. Finding snacks on the counter will reinforce your cat's jumping. Provide your cat with a nearby alternative parking spot. For example, a cat tree or high shelves from which they can be near you in the kitchen. Make this new parking spot a fun place where your cat finds their favorite treats and toys. Using clicker training. Reward your cat for going to the new parking spot and teach them to sit there, for example, by training your cat to sit on a mat. If your cat finds nothing exciting on the counter and their new parking spot is a source of treats and attention, they should start to choose the new spot over the counter. Cats love to jump on countertops, which can be unnerving and cause damage. Training a cat to stay off the counter is possible by using double-sided tape or an object the cat doesn't like to discourage them from jumping up there. If they do jump on the counter, calmly and gently put them back on the ground. If they know the sit command, this is a good time to use it. When your cat sits and doesn't jump back up onto the counter, give them their treat. Biting or kicking with hind legs. It's not uncommon for cats to bite or kick, but it can become a problematic behavior. If your cat bites or kicks because of a boundary or privacy issue, respect your cat's space. If your cat bites or kicks out of rough play, however, disengage and ignore your cat. When your cat stops being rough, reward the calm behavior. Another way you can discourage cat bites is by disengaging and offering your hand for licks instead. Do this by putting a treat or some cat food on the back of your hand or fingers. By letting your cat lick the treat off of your hand, they learn a better way to engage with your hand when in a playful mood. Destructive chewing. Not only is destructive chewing annoying to deal with, but it can also be very dangerous. This is especially true if your cat likes to chew on electrical cords. Prevent destructive chewing by hiding objects or spraying them with a bitter apple deterrent. You can also redirect them to chew sticks or other cat toys like catnip balls. Eating houseplants. There are many houseplants that are poisonous to cats, although you should avoid having these types of plants in your home altogether. The next best thing is to seclude them in one area and put double-sided tape, a screen, or foil around the base of the plant. You can also add foil strips into the pot to discourage your cat from climbing into it. You can also offer your cat an alternative like cat grass when they feel the need to chomp on some greens. Meowing or yowling for food. Like clockwork, some cats will start yowling and meowing close to mealtime to get your attention. The best way to stop incessant cat meows is by simply ignoring the behavior. Your cat will soon learn there is no reward for this and stop. Try making them sit while you prepare their food to show them only good behavior will get them what they desire. Whether you want your cat to be safer in their environment, stop unwanted behavior, or show off some fun party tricks, training cats is a great way to get the job done. A few minutes of your time each day will not only keep your cat mentally and physically stimulated, but also forge a better relationship between you and your purring feline. Is there some sort of treatment for a cat's behavioral issues? Even with expert cat training, behavioral issues like anxiety or aggression can still arise. Is the occasional trouble worth it when it comes down to training your cat? Well, let us look at the reasons why cat training is important. Contrary to popular belief, cats do require mental and physical enrichment. If not given proper stimulation, cats can become bored, which then leads to problems such as destructive behavior, weight gain, depression, and other health issues. Training requires your cat to problem solve, while also increasing their movement, which makes it an excellent form of both mental and physical exercise. Training with your cat will also help to strengthen the bond the two of you share. It gives you a fun activity to do together, and it builds trust. As you work with your cat, you'll get a deeper understanding of their personality, their body language, and how their mind works. This understanding will build a closer relationship and be helpful in other areas of your cat's life as well. Last but not least, training your cat can eliminate undesirable or problem behaviors. As mentioned, bored cats can become destructive. So if this is something your cat struggles with, training can help. Training your cat to stay away from dangers like chewing on cables and plants which can be poisonous is also very important for the both of you. We've covered quite a bit of skills, obedience, tricks, and behavioral training for your feline friend in this video tutorial on cat training.